This is the Web Talk Show. My name is Nico Gutjahr, and today we're talking about a new movie. Is in cinemas now, Operation Napoleon. And one of the main actors, you know him from The Rig, you know him from Game of Thrones. I'm so happy he's here. Iain Glen, how and where are you?
Hi, Nico. How are you?
I'm awesome. What about you?
Very good, very good. You find me in Cologne, as you Germans say, Cologne, as we in the Brits call your lovely city. So yeah, I'm here. I'm just over here for one day's sort of publicity and a premiere tonight for this film, which weirdly I'm yet to see. But I'm looking forward to it. I've decided. I once went to a premiere where it was myself in one cinema, in this multiplex, and the next one was a German dubbed version of myself. And I looked at myself in the screen, I thought, yeah, it's okay, it's all right. And then I looked at the German dub, so I like this one, this is really good, I really like my voice in this one. So I'll probably watch it tonight with somebody being me.
Give it a shot. It's a good movie also with the German dubbing, and you're playing William Carr. And I'm always thinking about is he one of the bad or one of the good?
Oh, he's a baddie. He's a real baddie. He's not a nice man. I think he's cruel to his grandchildren. He's been a man who's been obsessed by the cargo of this aeroplane that came down in the dying embers of the Second World War. And it seemed to be piloted by both German and Americans. So there's a real mystery around it. And really the kind of suspense thriller of the film is what was on this aeroplane and who's going to get to it first. So I'm an ex-military American, and it's been my single obsession my entire life to get this. And a melting glacier has revealed this aeroplane for the first time in decades.
I got the feeling if some of the other actors have a lot of action, you are playing mostly with intense stuff. It's you, and you entering the room, everybody's like, oh damn, there he is.
Yeah. I know it is funny because I don't mind the action stuff as well. But no, in this one, I was I was the quiet manipulator where everyone's panicked because I'm just about to arrive and now I'm here and everyone's frozen into silence because I might want to kill them or something, and then I depart and everyone's relieved. But yeah, no, it's a kind of it was a great fun part to play. I enjoyed it, and I really believe in the film. I think it's a strong piece. Oscar's a wonderful director, and you've got a great cast. And Wotan, who is in it, who's a big name here, isn't he?
He is. He's huge. How many days of shooting did you have for Operation Napoleon?
I don't know, something round about probably 17, something like that. Probably split between Germany and Iceland.
Was it good days or were it hard days?
Great day. No, good days. Really good fun. I mean, working here is great. We sort of ate well, we played well, we had good fun in Germany. We mostly were on locations, interiors, everything that sort of to do with the embassy and the film, and some of the interiors, the flats. I think are mostly It's kind of clear from when you see the film. And then Iceland was primarily for getting on the glacier and all the vast kind of expanse and the ice. So we had really good fun. And I've been to Iceland a few times on a number of things, not least Game of Thrones. I had about 3 seasons there, and a big season there once where we tried to track down a White Walker to persuade Cersei that they existed. And it's always fun. You get up and you have to get up onto the glacier in these special vehicles. And you feel you're allowed to go where little members of the public are not allowed to tread. So it's very exciting. I've never lost the thrill of working.
So you got a little bit of a Game of Thrones flashback. Did someone say Jorah Mormont?
Yeah, did I hear that? Yeah, they were happy days.
But also, if I may guess correctly, one of the hardest works in your life?
I'd say so. There were certainly sections of it when we did battle sequences that lasted the entire episode, night shoots. There was it was very, very intense work and very muddy and very cold, very wet. But, you know, as an actor, you're sort of, there is something strangely masochistic about what we do sometimes. And honestly, anything that kind of, in the end, helps you feel what you're supposed to feel within any given scene, you don't mind. So you'll just say, bring it on, as long as it puts me psychologically in the right place. So, yeah, we're kind of funny that way. We're made up different. But, you know, they were some of the most, some of the most difficult days, but also some of the most celebratory and happy and wild and different days of my working life.
Let's jump back a little more into the wonderful year 1988, Gorillas in the Mist.
Gorillas in the Mist, yeah. So I think, that's got up there one of my first films, I think.
Do you remember the name of your character?
No.
It was Brandon.
That rings a bell, yeah.
And you played with the awesome and wonderful Sigourney Weaver. Do you have cherished memories, or is it all gone?
No, I mean, I hope I'm not speaking out of class, but no, she was in a bit of a bad mood, to be honest. She was a bit grumpy pumps. Shut up, God, I hope she never sees this. But I don't, because it was right at the end of a long shoot for her. And Michael Apted, I think, was the director, who was great. And there was nothing unkind about what she did. But we were sort of three bouncy students who were coming saying, we're doing this thing. And I think she was just exhausted after a long shoot. So she wasn't somebody who wanted to sort of, you know, come on, listen, guys, I'll take you out for a wee drink and make you feel relaxed. She was just doing it. And I think also probably that little bit of that American method where, you know, if you're in scenes where basically she was very irritated by us, and my character particularly, she would probably, the Americans more inclined to sort of inhabit that space around the shooting of it. We Brits turn it on and off like that. We don't mind, you know, I'll be your best friend and now I'm going to hate you in this scene and I'll be your best friend. But the Americans like to slightly mimic what it is that the scene is requiring of them. So that's my guess.
Mine too. Let's talk about The Rig. The Rig is so awesome.
Oh, great. I'm so glad you saw it. I'm very, it means a lot to me. It was shot in Edinburgh, in where my hometown, and yeah, it's been recommissioned for a second season that we're all super excited about. So yeah, I'm really happy that you saw it and liked it.
I loved every minute, and you're a Magnus, and there's a special point coming to the end of the first season where Magnus cracks, where he's in front of the crowd and he just cracks. And I didn't saw it coming. I know it is there, but I wasn't sure that it would hit him so hard. What have you thought when you read it in the script?
It was great in the sense you sort of looked for those moments as actors where, you know, you're always looking for trajectories where your character sort of evolves or changes. It felt very right to me. Paradoxically, the man who you would think was least likely, the man who seemed to be most in control, the man who everyone turned to for answers was the one that was going to sort of eventually crack and be unable to cope with the pressure. And it felt really right to me. What made it feel that way was that these guys are highly trained, or he's specifically highly trained for a whole bunch of variables that he's not actually being asked to deal with in this. Everything that happens in The Rig in that first season is outside his ken, so it's outside his sort of you know, his skill set, and people are dying. And this guy has lived his entire life trying to make sure that he protects life in a very, very alien, very difficult atmosphere of the North Sea of Scotland. So it felt really, I thought the writer handled it really, really well and gave a good run up into it. And those tricky scenes become easy to play if you can psychologically buy into it as an actor. You believe that if it feels plausible to you, then they become actually quite exciting to play.
Check out Operation Napoleon. It's in cinemas. The Rig is on Prime, and I'm sure you find Game of Thrones everywhere. And I'm so happy that he was here in the Web Talk Show today. Iain Glen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much indeed. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And you have a special chance now. You can say into your camera what you always wanted to say but never have said yet, or just something which is important to you, but you got some seconds to think about. And for you out there, if you're thinking, there were so many good tips, but I have a list of cool stuff I'd like to see, put something more on it and watch like 5 minutes of this and 10 of that. And if you like something, then watch it. And if not, kick it. Join another thing. We see us tomorrow again at the Web Talk Show. My name is Nico Gutjahr. And now the final words of the day by Iain Glen. See you.
sorry to anyone who I've accidentally hurt in life. I never meant to, and I hope you forgive me, and I love you very much.